Hi guys, welcome to the Emma and Mrs. Spink Science Show again. Today we're going to talk about mixtures and solutions. Hopefully you've already listened to me read the textbook pages, and so you'll have a little bit of background knowledge on mixtures and solutions, and you'll be able to guess which one this is after we do the lab. So Emma is going to be she's going to be my demonstrator, and I'm just going to tell her what to do. I'm just going to be the boss of Emma, as usual. So Emma, hold up the cup of sand to the video. All right, so boys and girls, you have all, I'm sure, played with sand in your lifetime. So just take a peek to see what the sand looks like, and think about the times that you have played with sand before. And on your lab sheet, you are going to describe the physical properties of sand. So think about what it looks like, maybe the color, the texture, how does it feel, maybe how does it even smell. So what sand physically looks like. Now Emma's going to pick up the cup of water. Hopefully she doesn't spill the water. And I want you to think about just the physical properties of water. I definitely know you guys have seen and touched water before. So you're going to now list the physical properties of water. What does water look like? What does it feel like? So physically, what can you describe about water? So now, after you've done your descriptions, you're going to move on to the third part of the lab sheet, which is I have draw and describe the contents of the cup with the sand and the water. Because you're doing this virtually on the computer, I only need you to write the descriptions. You do not have to draw unless you're super fancy and want to somehow figure out how to draw it in that box. I only need the written description. So Emma, if you will pour the water into the sand. And so we're combining the two of them. And then Emma is going to stir it a little bit. And we're just going to look to see kind of what happens when you kind of mix up that sand a little bit. You see it kind of combines there with the water. And then when she is done stirring, you can kind of see where the sand sinks to the bottom of the water, and it kind of it does its own thing, and the water floats on the top. Some of the sand, the lighter pieces of the sand, are floating at the top. This would be your description that you would write of the sand and the water. Now Emma's going to very gently pour, just a second, she's going to very gently pour the sand and water in this coffee filter. I don't drink coffee, but I'm sure you know somebody who does. There are teeny tiny little holes in this coffee filter that we can't see. But what happens is it strains coffee beans and the coffee grounds, and they stay in the filter, and then the water that's coffee flavored comes through. So I bet you can predict what's going to happen when Emma pours the sand and water mixture into the coffee filter. Oops, did we? Oh, there we go. I always forget we have to hold it, get the whole thing in there.
It's not going.
Unfortunately, we had to use kinetic sand instead of regular sand because I ran out of regular sand. But you still can get the idea. Look. The water came through the coffee filter, and the sand was left in the coffee filter. As you can see, there's the sand, and here's the water that is left. So you will then answer the lab sheet was what was in the coffee filter, and then what was left in the cup. And then based on what we were able to do, which is separate the sand and the water, is that a mixture or a solution? Then you're going to go back into the textbook and you're going to find proof for your answer. If you decided this was a mixture, then you have to find proof in your textbook to say why this was a mixture. And if you think this was a solution, you have to find proof in your textbook as to why this is a solution. Hopefully you've already watched my video and you know exactly what it is. But just remember, we were able to separate the sand and the water. Okay, so good luck, and hopefully everybody answers this so everybody can get an A on their science. And stay tuned for part 3B. Hopefully it's in person and not in the Emma and Mrs. Spink science show anymore. Bye, guys.